Hey, what's up, guys? Day 2 out of 100. We are continuing with the course right now, and we're gonna do the exercises for lesson 10. So let's begin. So, create the following buttons using HTML and CSS. The styles don't have to be exact, just use your best judgment. So 10A is going to be an Amazon button. 10a.html. Make sure I'm recording. Okay, we're gonna create this. We're gonna say 10a, open with live server, say button, add to cart, center like this, and then we're gonna style this, style button, so it's gonna be border none, color black, background color RGB 255, 216, and 20. The padding is gonna be something like 5 pixels, 20 pixels, and the border radius is going to be something like 20 pixels. Let's see if we're okay. We're gonna need maybe something, let's say 40 pixels. Okay, I think that looks pretty similar. Add to carts. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next exercise, 10B, Uber buttons. Actually, I think maybe font to weight 100 or something. Thin, I don't know. Um, Thin font to weight CSS. Let's see. To make font weight thin, use CSS value to 100. Font weight 100. Okay, I don't think. Okay, looks close enough. Let's go to the next one. So 10B, we're gonna make another file, call it 10b.html. We're gonna get the default template 10b, and this time we're gonna have two buttons. So request now and schedule for later. Okay, so we're gonna style class request now button. We're gonna style it the request now button. I'm gonna give border none, color white, background color black, font weight like 700. um let's check it out. Request, okay, maybe not, like 500. Okay, padding is going to be 5 pixels and 10 pixels, right? Actually, maybe 7 pixels here and 15 pixels here. Let's see. Okay, I think it looks closer to it now. Border radius is gonna be about 5 pixels, I think. Let's see. It's actually, I think, a little less. Let's try 2 pixels. Maybe 4 pixels. Okay, I think that looks close enough. I'm saying pixels. That looks close enough. We're gonna give this a class of schedule for later button. We're gonna give this a margin right of maybe 20 pixels, so it has a separation. Okay, schedule for later. Okay, maybe this is a little bit bored, so about 600. Okay, I think I'm gonna leave it like that. We're gonna go schedule for later button. I'm gonna say uh, border none, background color RGB 230 230 230, and we're gonna copy the other stuff. I'm gonna copy the padding, font weight, and border radius. Okay. Okay, can we schedule like this? Okay. I think the padding is a little bigger here. Maybe like 20 pixels. And okay, I think that's gonna look close enough for that. Let's see it like this. Let's see. Okay, I think that looks close enough. So let's move on to 10C. Class list has another method class contains which checks if an element has a class. Create a button class JS button test. Use document query selector and classes contains to check if this button has the class. Console log the result. Okay, so we're going to create another file 10c HTML. So I'm gonna call this 10c like this. I'm gonna open this and make a button test with a class of test. So JS button. Okay. So and now create a button. Okay, use document query selector. Selector classes button. This button has the class list JS button. So let's say const button elements equal document dot query selector. We're gonna select this button and we're gonna console.log button element dot class list dot contains JS button like this. Okay, use a document console to check if this button has a class JS button. Let's see now. Okay, true. So it's true right now. If I remove this class, and save, false, then true. So class create a button test, use document query selector, and class contains check if the button has class JS button. Okay, so we did this. Okay, so create the button on the right. When clicking this button, it should turn on off. Okay, so when clicking the button, either remove the class is toggled and use it to change the styling. Use class list. Use if class list contains toggle to decide whether to add or remove the is toggled class. Okay, so we're gonna do 10d.html and we're just gonna close this 10d, open this, I'm gonna click on button, gaming, okay, and we're gonna style this button with background color something like 230 to 30 to 30 like this. I'm gonna give it a border none. We're going to give it a padding of 5 pixels and 10 pixels. Gonna give border radius of 5 pixels. And I think that's close enough, maybe less, 3 pixels, 2 pixels. Okay, that's close enough. Now, when clicking this button, you should turn on off. Okay, so what was the class called? It's called is toggled. So is toggled, background color black, color white, and now we're gonna get a script going. Script. So we're gonna get the button element like document dot query selector button. Okay, so I want to say function. Okay, so when clicking the button, I remove the class is toggled. So we're gonna get function toggle button if button element dot class list dot contains is toggled. Okay, let's put this on a new line. Contains it's toggled. If it contains is toggled, we're gonna do button element dot class list dot remove toggle is toggled, else it's gonna be button element dot class list dot add is toggled like this, and we're gonna do on click. I'm gonna do toggle button, call this, let's see now. Okay, we just need cursor pointer. Okay, I think that's it. Let's check it. Yeah. Okay, continuing from 10, create 3 buttons that can be turned on off. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this code we're gonna go 10 e.html, paste this. So I'm gonna go button music. So this is 10e, open with live server, music, and then button tech. So we're basically, so if we start clicking, yeah, it doesn't work. So what we're going to do is we're gonna have, so we have already have is toggled. We have the default style for the button, so we just need to add these. So we're gonna call this, get a class of gaming, JS gaming button. We're gonna do JS gaming button. So right now it doesn't work. We're gonna give this a class of JS music button. I'm gonna give this one a class of JS tech button. I'm gonna rename this to gaming button element. Okay. Const. Okay, how do we do this? Const music button element mint equal document dot query selector js music button and const tech button element equal document dot query selector js tech button, like this. So when we click, so when we click on one of them, we want to, for that button, we want to change the style. How do I do this? How do I do this with this though? Okay, I think I can do this but here. So we're gonna do gaming button element like this. Why does this not work? When does this not work? Class lists. I have no real class lists. What line is this? Line 38. Line 38. No reading class list. Oops, I need this like this. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're gonna do this like this. We're going to do this like this because I don't know how to do it in another way. So music button like this. Yep. Okay. And then the final one, the tech button. The tech button. Just gonna copy this, paste, tech button like this. Okay, seems to work. Okay. Continue from 10. Use a function to use the code and separate each language into its own file. There. Okay. Use a function. So, how do I turn this into a function? Function. Well, I don't know how to turn this into a function. I don't think I do. Because for each button it's different. Maybe I'm gonna pass button like this. Maybe something like this. And then button like this, and then like this, and then like this. Something like that. So and then we're gonna do on click toggle button gaming button elements. This is gonna work. Okay, it does work. Okay, so remove this. Right now nothing happens. Toggle button, music button element. There we go. And then we're gonna do toggle button, tech button element. Like this. And there we go. We have the behavior we want. So then just already code and separate each language into its own file. Okay. So we're gonna do first we're gonna do scripts. We're gonna do 10e.js JS. We're going to copy. Actually, we're going to cut. We're going to cut this right here. Not that much code to try to format it like this, like that, and then let's do this. Right now nothing happens. Toggle button is not defined, and then source scripts like this. Okay, and now the style. So we're gonna make a folder here. We're gonna call it styles. Actually, this icon is pretty freaking cool. I think these icons look sick. We're gonna do 10e.css, and we're gonna get this like this. I'm gonna paste it here, and do something like this, something like this. Okay, right, we save, nothing happens. Remove this, link styles, tiny.css, and there we go. Okay, on to the next one. So continue, use a function to use the code, yes, and separate in each language into top file, yes. Okay, okay, we did that. Okay, now modify 10F so that only one button can be on at a time. Okay, so only one can be on at a time. So what we're gonna do, what we want to do is, when we do this, every time we go toggle button, we want to untoggle all other buttons. How do we do that? One button at a time. So, okay, so what do you want? When we click, what do we want to be? Okay, I can do this, but so button to toggle, button to toggle, and then we're gonna have buttons to untoggle, something like that. So we're gonna do button to toggle like this. Button to toggle contains button to toggle. So we're gonna do button to toggle dot class list dot add is, what was it, is what is toggled, and then buttons to untoggle of 0, and do that class list dot to remove is toggled, and then buttons to untoggle of 1 dot class list dot class list dot class list dot remove is toggled. Okay, alright, and now, okay, reading of 0. Now we're gonna add this actually. So this is going to be game button element, and then the ones to untoggle is going to be music button element and tech button element. So this, okay, we want this in an array. It's in an array. With this maybe. Okay, so now we're gonna copy this. So we're gonna put into music button element, gaming button element, and tech button element. And finally, this is tech button element, music button element, and gaming button element. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, I think we did it. Can be on the time. Yep. No, none are on. Only one. Okay. Create a file 10h.html and copy the code from 10 down into Amazon shipping cart. Amazon shipping calculator. If we type a number less than 0, display an error message below. Create a file 10h.html. Okay. So 10h.html. Okay. Copy the code from 10 down projects. HTML. So this is 10h. 10h. Okay, 10h. We're gonna close this. We're gonna open this. Okay. And then if you type number less than 0, display an error message below the text box. So where's the input? Okay, so p class js error js purchase error. So cost cannot be less than $0. So const error button element equals document dot query selector dot js purchase error, and if cost less than number is less than zero, we're gonna do error button element dot inner html equals html. Let's put this on a new line, equals error cost cannot be less than $0. Okay, so it's 1. Okay, it's wait, actually let's put this in, because if we do minus 0 minus 1, okay, so yeah, let's put this in JS total cost, which is input element JS total cost okay, which is so if cost greater than 0, cost greater than 0, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this, else I'm gonna do this, so I'm gonna get this, Okay, so now 0. Okay, wait. 10, 0. What the heck? Okay, what am I missing? Cost greater than 0. Because it's a 4. Okay. So we gotta put this here. Okay, good. Okay, so yeah, here. So -1. No. So and costs greater than 0. This one, okay, 0, okay, 1, okay. So document, and we're gonna do this. Dot style color is red. So let's say -1, say 10. Okay. This is style dot color is black. 0, 1, -1, $0. Okay, so equal to and equal to, because it's 0, it's still it's gonna be less than $0. So if it's less than 0, then yeah. Otherwise, if it's 0 or greater, there we go. Okay. Okay. Final. Okay. 10i. 10i, 10i, 10i. Would style the so make a copy of exercise 9J. I'm just gonna copy this and paste it right here. Rename this to 10i. 10i. Get rid of this. Open 10i. This is go to 10 title 10i. Okay. So we gotta style this. We're gonna go to super simple dev projects. Super simple dev projects calculator final. Okay. So this is just styles. So I'm gonna get some sort of style here. Class. I'm gonna get a number class. Or actually, uh, number class. So for the numbers, we're going to have, I'm gonna give the number class to class number to this. So for this we're going to have a color of white, a background color of some sort of gray, and let's see the padding and stuff. Gray button, so the color is this. This is a color. That's the color. We got a border, none. Height, we have a width and height. Height 60 pixels, width 60 pixels, border radius is 60 pixels, font size. Okay, this is actually called calculator button. Font size is 26 pixels. Cursor, pointer, margin right 5 pixels. Okay, so we're gonna give class of calculator button to this. Okay, kind of big. Okay, I'm gonna add this to every single one of these. If we can copy it properly, get this like this, like this. Okay, 7, 8, 9, this. The equals, the divide, and finally the clear. Okay, okay, the clear can use some more the padding. Okay, right. Clear button. Okay, so it has a class of, there's a clear button, clear button, font size 17 pixels. Gonna go back to it. Okay, so the background is pitch black, I'm guessing. Okay, so body, font family, Arial, background color black. Okay, just gotta get these. Orange button, orange button, background color, this, color white. The orange, so it's gonna be the plus, plus minus, minus, minus times and the divide. Okay, I'm gonna have to find it by myself because there's a lot of this stuff. Yeah, it saved it. Clear. Clear. Okay. And now we just need the, what is this? Calculation. Does it have a class or not? JS calculation. So it's got a class of calculation. So calculation color white, font size 45 pixels, 5. Okay, margin top, margin top 15 pixels, margin bottom 15 pixels. Okay, so clear 7, and I think that's exactly it. Okay guys, and I think we are done. Oh no, we have to separate each language into its own file. Okay, let's do that. So first let's go to styles. This is 10i.css. Let's get the styles like this. Let's make them indented. Okay, not that. This, like this. Okay, and right now, if we, oh, what the heck? If we save nothing, and then we're gonna do link, styles 10i. There we go. And then the script file 10i.js. We're gonna get this. Oops. Fix the indentation there. Get this. Paste. Fix it like. Okay, we're gonna go like this. Go like this. And like this. Okay. Save this. If you click, nothing happens. And then we're gonna do source scripts 10i clear 1 plus 2 times 50. Okay, clear 8 divided by 9 clear, and I think that's it. Assistance, make copy if your browser. This is the final design of your project. Start a calculate project to look at the design on the right. Yep. And separate each language into its own file. Also yes. Also yes. Okay guys, and guys, that's it. Today was a little longer, like 50 minutes. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me. All links in the description. Have a good day, and I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye bye.